Hello. Today I want to record a video in front of my potential arrest by a sheriff of Wake County, North Carolina. Me and my children are openly harassed by child support services as well as the court system in Wake County, Raleigh, North Carolina. I expressed myself for years to everyone involved as well as to the public, and nobody takes any opposing action against such a prolonged harassment. I start to think that everyone is deaf, pretend to be deaf, or just scared, which is already not surprising for me. First, the child support services assign a completely out of the blue $650 a month payment amount, which was completely incorrect amount, misaligned with North Carolina guidelines to my earnings amount. They took into calculation the highest 3 months of my earnings and applied that amount to the entire period. I brought that to their attention immediately, stating that the amount was not calculated correctly. I filed twice requests for child support modification, where I stated all the expenses in my self-employed income, which brings my income to the bracket on North Carolina guidelines for child support payments right into $50 amount. The child support services as well as the local court completely ignored my filings. I filed Rule 60 and my payment was reduced to $475 a month, which still was highly exaggerated. And I expressed it to the judge as well as to the child support services. I pay monthly $50 plus they intercept, take my self-employed tax refund of several thousand at least, sometimes 3,000-4,000 every year. I make multiple additional contributions to my beloved children, among them monthly cell phone bills, yearly cord blood storage fee for both boys. I paid Netflix and Peacock for years, multiple games and gaming devices, 2 advanced personal PCs, plus 2 advanced laptops with touchscreen. Everything was expressed during the recent appearance show cause, as well as detailed in multiple emails to the caseworker and child support. Still, after all these payments to the guy, who still after almost 8 years didn't divide his $150,000 retirement account, plus our additional mutual assets, plus never gave me my share of tax refund from the last year what we spent together, plus took all the funds from our common checking account on the separation day. Never paid any of my custody attorney's fees as supposed in North Carolina according to law to the supported supposed. Never paid any alimony to his ex-wife myself. Hardly paid only what was ordered, which was extremely low for his income as compared to mine. Any child support at all, while the kids were most of the time with me. Stole my kids unlawfully. Set me up with the police, which hinders my employment opportunities until now. Sent me to a mental hospital for 5 days. During one of the hearings, he claimed under oath, but it wasn't him who sent me to a mental hospital. But the guy did the same thing to his first wife. He also was always proud of it, as he kept real estate equity, what was gained during their marriage. It wasn't even a large amount, only about $10,000. Isn't it a pattern? I understand now that it's a pattern in the United States, for people to be so scared for their assets, but they are ready to do such things. Said. All that was expressed on already second appearance show cause, the last hearing of which was on June 15th of this year, and still they concluded that I need to pay $1,500 immediately after the hearing until July 12th. I tried to complete the payment on the 14th after the hearing from the funds that I withdrew from my overdraft protection loan, which which is outrageous by itself, but people would need to take a loan with interest to pay child support because the services didn't calculate correctly, as well as purposely ignored my request to modify correct the amount. On June 14th of this year, the cashier at the court couldn't see the balance in the system, but usually it should appear right away. I went back to the courtroom, bringing that to the attention of court personnel about the amount not showing up in the system. They checked and stated that everything should be in. I went back again to the cashier, who couldn't see anything once again. She even printed some screenshots for me. I emailed my child support case worker, as well as contacted my court-appointed attorney for that hearing, expressing that I'm still at the court and trying to make the payment, but the system doesn't have the balance in it. On the 17th of July, my boys arrived to visit in North Carolina for 3 weeks. During the visit, I cannot operate my business, and I will be hosting, as was ordered by the local court in the custody hearing. I spent the money during the visit. Yesterday, I received an email from my caseworker inquiring about my $1,500 payment. I expressed to her everything that happened, as well as stated that after my boys recently left, the severe weather in North Carolina influenced my slow business, and that I don't have the funds available at the moment, but that I will try my best to gather the funds as soon as possible. But she replied that the funds are due immediately, and if the receipt is not presented, an order for arrest will be issued. My 2 requests to modify custody were unlawfully dismissed. The first dismissed for me being late while I was inside the building, lost for 10-15 minutes. The second for non-substantial reasons stated. I guess my boys being almost 18 and 16 at the filing, now they are 18 and 16, while I was only looking for the custody of the younger son, and they desire, is not a good enough reason. Just wanted to share with you. Love you all. Thank you for watching. I will attach my filing documents with the court, my latest correspondence with the caseworker, as well as tax returns to that video. Everything was presented to the local court multiple times. Please see attached.